Thank you, sir. Glad you made it. Somebody else was trying to say hello at that moment. Who was that?
Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, I'm from Rhode Island. Well, I mean, South Carolina.
That's a big difference, Rhode Island and South Carolina, but I'll say welcome to both states. How's that? Welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Niall,
All right.
I temporarily shut off the chat for a reason, and I'll turn it on when I'm done.
Okay, perfect. Fantastico, and I know that reason, so I'll thank you very much for that. So,
Doris Smith.
Doris, where are you calling in from, ma'am? Doris Smith is here. Glad you made it, Doris.
Thank
Where
you.
are you calling in from?
Michigan.
Michigan is representing in the house. Thank you, ma'am. Glad you made it. Welcome to the team. All right, so every Tuesday night's the big night. Doris and the other 7 people that said hello, write this down. Go ahead. Oh, I know that face. Go ahead. Where are you calling in from, sir?
Hey, I'm calling in from Mississippi. My name is Luther. How y'all doing?
Great, Luther. Fantastic. And glad you made it. Thank you. Mississippi's in the house. Fantastic. All right, so welcome everybody to the RRR247 and Direct-to-Consumer Ambassador Team Conference Call. It's the most important night of the week. Write this down. Never miss a Tuesday night call. All the big announcements, all the magic, everything that you need to know for your business is announced on this call. And it's my pleasure. In a minute, I'm going to be introducing our co-founders to you because I love for you all, especially the brand new people, to know exactly who you're getting in business with. And once you realize who you're in business with, you're going to realize that you landed in the right spot. However you got here, whether it was pure luck or you did 10 months worth of research to find us, you found your home, and we're all glad that you're here. So every week, we also have 20 to 30 new people joining the team, and we love to hear from them. And I know we got started a couple of minutes late, but I'm going to go ahead and call last call because it is 2 minutes after already. So if you're brand new, we love hearing from you. We want to know that you made it on. Click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hold down the space bar on your keyboard, say hello, and welcome to the call.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I hear you, Tiffany. Where are you calling in from?
Hi, I'm calling in from Southern California.
Fantastic.
So, and
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does it rain there?
Actually, it does.
Fantastic. I knew that song was lying. Welcome to the team, man. I'm glad you made it.
Thank you.
All right, who else is
Hello.
new?
Hello.
Go ahead, Mr. Green. Where are you calling in from?
This is Roy Culberson. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas area.
Dallas, Texas. I'm going to change your name from Green to Roy. How's that?
That's fine.
And I want to say welcome to the team. And Dallas is one of my favorite cities to visit. And you never know, maybe within the next several months, we might be out there and we'll have a chance to meet you too. So welcome to the team and glad you made it.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my name is
Hi.
Gus Odemer. I'm calling from Aruba.
Gus is calling in from Aruba. Thanks, Gus. Glad you made it. Fantastic.
And Jen
Hey.
Danica calling from Ohio.
Jennifer from Ohio. There you go, Jen. Thank you. Just made Linda's day.
And I want to announce Miss Susan Pollock from Hobbs, New Mexico.
Welcome, Susan from New Mexico. It's my wife's home state.
Yeah,
Another
know.
great place to visit. I got to visit there last year sometime. I don't know when we went to there, Dina, but it was fun. It was a great place to visit for the first time. And I know I didn't see any aliens while I was there, so we had a blast. Go ahead, Mustafa.
That's Roswell.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir. Who else is new? I see you unmuted. Where are you calling in from? All right. Mustafa, do you have a microphone?
My name is Donald. Don't go by the phone number. I called last week.
I'll change that for you. Donald, where are you calling in from, Donald?
Oakland, California.
Oakland, California. He's in the house. Thank you, sir. Glad you made it.
Did you
How's
hear
that?
that, Susan?
Fantastic.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot my little
I
tally
finally
marks.
got you announced.
Fantastic, Susan. Welcome to the team. We're glad to see New Mexico representing more. Anybody else? Because I did call last call. If there's nobody else, I'm going ahead, hit some buttons.
I'm Lamisa.
Lamisa.
I'm Lamisa. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Where are you calling in from, ma'am?
Okay, I'm calling from Pomona, California, Southern California.
Fantastic. And I already
I'm
found out
new,
that
but I've been here for a few days, a couple of weeks.
that's okay. It's your first Tuesday night call. We love hearing from you. And I just seen Tanisha unmute. Tanisha, go ahead. Where are you calling in
Hi.
from, ma'am?
Tanisha from San Diego, California.
San Diego, California. And
Yeah.
actually, I already knew from Tanisha that it actually does rain in Southern California. So I appreciate everybody helping me out with all that knowledge from that song. And wow, California is really representing today. That's a great thing to see. So glad you made it. Thank you, Tanisha. And go ahead, Joel, what's up?
I'm going to call up my new student here, Margie Whitehead. So welcome to the team, Margie.
Welcome, Margie. Glad you made it. Joel can see you, even though I don't know where you're at, but he's seen you. We're glad you're here. All right, I'm going to hit a couple of buttons. I'm going to hit this one. No one can unmute anymore. I'm going to hit this big button. All the co-hosts can still unmute when they need to. And Stacey already shut the chat down, so we got no pop-ups when I get our guest speaker on here, who is our wonderful co-founder, and I see him already. Great. So welcome to all the brand new people. We almost hit 20 that time, and that's probably because we got started a little late. But every week there's usually 20 to 30 brand new people, and there's 7 coming in right now. And some of those names I did not know. We're usually somewhere between 20 and 30 brand new people every single week joining the team, joining the family. It's a wonderful thing to see. Every different week, there's another state that's just sounding off a little bit more than the other state. And we love seeing the growth. We love seeing the spread. Tonight, it looks like California was representing better than everybody else, even better than us Floridians, even though Rick and I sounded off from Leesburg. And we had a couple of other Floridians. And our, we got some speakers coming on that are probably gonna blow your mind too. They're from Florida now. So welcome everyone to the RRR247 and direct-to-consumer ambassador team training meeting and conference call. For those brand new folks, my name is Niall Eddy. I live in Central Florida, real close to Rick over there, in the middle of all these wonderful lakes, and I can't wait to fish each and every one of them and take my best friend with me to wet a line, because that's the best way to unwind and relax. And RRR, right? RRR, reset, refocus, recommit. There's no better way to do that with a fishing line in your hands, right, Stace? Because I know there's a lot of good fishing people, fishing persons, I always say that, fishermen in this family. That's a wonderful thing to see. So I moved up here last December. I've been in the industry for 35 years now. 35 years ago, I am a ex-carpenter who hurt my back really bad, Luther. Went back to school to be an aviation mechanic, get my associate's degree in avionics. It was while I was in school that I was introduced to this industry. And at that time, I was a parent going back to school with a wife and 3 kids in tow. So it's not just tough on me, it's tough on the whole family when an adult goes back to school, right? So when I seen this industry, and I'm gonna be honest, in the beginning, I was just looking for a way to make an extra $500, maybe $1,000 a month to spoil my kids more on the weekend, because everything I did was for my kids. Every decision I ever made was for my kids. So I got involved in the business, and I easily made that kind of money my very first month in the business. And I realized I had a hold of something really, really good. I finished school. I went to work at the airport, but by the time I went to work at the airport, which was the very next day after graduating, I went to a meeting that was not too far from me that some people were having, and I met an incredible group of people that were up in front of the room, and they were actually showing us their checks and the kind of incomes that they were making every year, and they were receiving a bonus from the company owner. Some of them bonuses were bigger than any yearly salaries I've ever seen before, especially as an aviation mechanic, right? And I just knew there was something going on here that I had to understand. I needed to dive in and learn about this industry. So as each person came off the stage, I kind of shook their hand, smiled, introduced myself to them, so that later at that dinner, I could walk up to them and say hello. Hopefully they would remember me and just pick their brains a little bit and find out, what did these people know that I didn't know that they're making that kind of income? And after talking to every single person there, here's what I found out. Ready, Luther? Here's the big secret. The one secret I didn't get to share with you today. The only difference between every one of those people and myself was they were doing it longer than I was. That's the only difference. So I knew I had to get home, dive in, become a student of this industry, and become a student of the system that I was working at that time. And I did dive in. I gave it my all. I was only working at that airport for 8 months, but I just got up one morning. I was having a cup of coffee with the wife, and I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go to work today and turn in my 2-week notice. I just woke up feeling that. I went to work, gave my boss my 2-week notice. Man, he was so mad at me. He said, Niall, if you're serious, you can leave now. So I shook his hand with a big smile on my face, grabbed my toolbox, I left, and I never looked back. So I've been in this industry for 35 years now, and I'm telling you, it opened up doors for me I never knew existed. It changed the course of my life. Instead of being a carpenter or aviation mechanic and, hurting my back even more, beating my body up, putting in all those long hours, not getting to see my family, now I'm home all the time. I'm working from home. It means I got to spend more time with my kids, right? And I did spend every moment I could with my kids. I was that dad who got to put them on the bus, take them off the bus, go to every football practice from the time he was in Pee Wee football and the helmet was bigger than him, all the way through high school. I went to I had a daughter that was a cheerleader. I went to cheer camp. I had a daughter that played volleyball. I went to every volleyball practice and every volleyball game. I got to spend all the time I wanted with my kids. Time freedom was the first thing that this gave me. Instead of how it used to be, coming home and being lucky if I was home in time to have dinner with them. So many times it was give them a kiss on the forehead, tell them to brush their teeth and go to bed. And then I had to go to sleep shortly after that and get up and do it again, right? Because that's what it's like for most parents. Now I got to spend all the time I wanted with my kids. And when the high school needed a bowling coach, guess who has raised their hand and became the bowling coach for the high school? Yes. Why? Because I could. I had the time, and I also liked to bowl, but it gave me more time to spend with my kids and their friends and be a big part of their life the way it was. So it opened up doors for me, like I said, that I didn't know existed. Time freedom, financial freedom, and it let me meet people I never would have met as a carpenter or an aviation mechanic. I was introduced to people all over the country that were just incredible people who were looking for ways to help other people. And that just felt like such a feel-good industry. To me, I dove in and gave it everything that I had. I worked my tail off, and it was probably a year or two into that business is when I needed a voicemail because I was doing a mail order program back then where we mailed packages through that thing called snail mail through the U.S. Postal Service, right? We didn't have all this technology. So I needed a voicemail that I could advertise all over the country and take all the volume that we could throw at it. Everybody told me to go talk to this Rory Rickard guy. So I was like, okay, I called up Rory. I met this young kid right out of high school. Not a hair on his face, young rosy cheek lad that lived out west. He was working for a telecom company where he took that telephone system through Ma Bell, right? And he created a system that not only did it handle all the volume that we could throw at it with the voicemail system, he showed me how what he built into that, as I built a network of people around the country, I could put a message on that system and shoot it out to everybody at the same time. To some of the young folks, that seems like, okay, no big deal. Why is that so cool or so important? Because it was 1991 or 92. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. I didn't even have a pager back then. But we got introduced to this kid with a love for mass communication like nothing else I've ever seen. And through the phone company, he gave us a mass communication tool to be able to contact and spread messages out and even do our trainings on that system. So something big happened right after that, though, right? I got to know him really good. I was talking to him almost every day as he taught me that new technology. But about a year later, 93, 94, somewhere in between there, is when the internet hit all of our homes, right? It wasn't for the phone company anymore. It wasn't for the military anymore, Luther. Now it's coming to people's kitchens, home offices, and we're carrying in those big monitors that took some of us, two of us to carry in the house sometimes. And we're all getting online. Well, Rory got online too. He left the phone company, went on the internet, became the very first guru out there. He specialized in lead generation. All of us entrepreneurs are hopping online now. What do we need? What's the number one thing we needed? Leads. We needed people to talk to or present to or give information to that are looking for opportunity that we had. Rory became the number one lead generation guy on the internet. And guess what? He still holds that title today. Nobody can do what this guy knows how to do. No one can produce the quantity of leads that he can produce daily. No one can produce the quality of leads that he can produce daily. He still holds that title today. The only difference in his lead generation companies today, he doesn't sell them to the public anymore. He invests that into you. You never pay for them. That's his investment into you. You have the #1 lead gen guy on the planet behind you, behind your business, giving you all the leads that you can eat. The one thing you'll never be able to say is we don't have enough leads here. We actually have too many. We don't have enough members to help get those people get started. That's our biggest problem. We're still growing. We don't have enough members, as many as we have, to contact as many people out there that have already expressed interest looking for one of us to call them back. There's not enough hours in a day. You'll never have that complaint. But what's the other thing that we needed back then when the internet first came out? We needed websites. There were other people out there making websites. We tried a few of them, and Roy decided he was such a good study of all this technology that he was going to start building websites too. And I remember the very first one, it looked like a flyer on the internet. It looked like somebody just typed it up on a Word document and put it out there on the internet. When you could add color to it, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. But then Roy started adding hyperlinks inside there that went to pages, behind pages, behind the pages. And now we're really exploding, right? His results from his websites were like, I'm going to say 75% better than all the other websites out there. If they were getting 1 in 25, he was getting 1 in 5. The results were astounding what he knew how to do. So now he's the #1 lead gen guy out there and one of the top web developers out there building websites. 17 years ago, he was having a conversation with God, and he said, thank you for all the blessings that you bestowed upon me, all the great things that you brought into my life. I just don't feel like I've fully met my destiny and helped enough other families, helped enough other people. And then he had this revelation that he was going to build a website with a training site attached to it to help you learn quickly everything that he knows how to do. And he built a website that's not just 1 page, 2 page, 3 pages, one site with hundreds of pages inside all those different categories that all represent different products and services that all of us get to take out there to the marketplace and touch a lot more people than we can with 1 or 2 products, right? And give everybody all the help they need, have a positive impact on our societies, not just here anymore, globally. We're online and we're spreading everywhere, and we want to take this message and this system and find every family in every country, on every continent, all around the globe, until we have helped as many families as we can. We just can't do it anymore. And guess what, folks? That's going to be a long time from now. Rory and Tanya started out with wanting to help 10,000 families. Then he easily jumped that up to 100,000 families. As he starts spreading his message amongst people like myself and Stacy and Linda, you see here, I don't see anybody else, even Angie, a lot of the leaders that are in the company, and we caught on to that message of theirs and we started spreading it out even more. That's gone up to millions. First it was 10 million, then it was 50 million. I think our goal now, Stacy, what was it, 100 million the last time we talked?
Yeah, something like
Before we even think about slowing down, because there's a lot of people out there that need help. There's a lot of people in this world that we're looking for to help give them that hand up, or just even if it's just that little boost like I was looking for in the beginning to make an extra 500 or 1,000 a month to quit their part-time job or supplement their retirement plan or whatever your goal is. If you like being a part of something big that's helping a lot of other people while you build yourself an incredible business, you found your home here, I promise you. And just do like I did. I did 2 things. 1, I never quit on myself and gave up. No matter how frustrated I got in the beginning, I never gave up on myself. If you don't make that mistake and never give up on yourself and quit and do the other thing I did, dive in and become a student of the industry and a student of the system we have today, which is a whole lot better than the system I had 30 or 35 years ago, right? So over the last 3 decades, I've known him. I know his wife, Tanya. After getting to meet him face to face in Miami and seeing what a great person he is, I knew I wanted to be a part of his life somehow. I was going to stay in close contact with this guy and just follow his lead, because he had this uncanny ability to predict future trends. And he understood the internet marketing like nobody else that I have ever seen before. Don't know what that was. I don't even know if you've seen it. It was a big pop-up. So with his understanding of the internet and all the things that he knew, I knew that he was going to be a leader. But then a couple years after meeting him, I got to fly out to Utah to meet his wonderful wife, Tanya, the co-founder and his partner here. And I walked in the front door. I've seen this young lady raising 7 kids, running several other businesses, and helping Rory put this together, keeping him organized and keeping him on track and running the calendar like I've never seen it run before. The most organized person I've ever met in my life. And I asked her that weekend, I just don't understand how do you stay so organized like that? And she said, when you have 7 kids, you don't have a choice. And I went, oh, so she's running several businesses, 7 kids, and helping Rory get this all put together. And as he's using his creativity to implement into the system to make it better for all of us, she's helping him with the training, staying on track, and organizing everything and keeping everything on a calendar. And that's why everything's always so much on time. I knew when I met them both that they were going to become a power couple in this industry and on the planet. Jim Rohn said something to me 25 or 30 years ago. I don't know exactly when it was, but he said, now the true legends on this planet are the people who find ways to help the most other people. That was big for me. I was a medic in the Army, as Luther knows. I've always wanted to be in that people helping people industry somehow, some way. I couldn't get everything I wanted to accomplish in the military. When I got into this industry, I knew I was going to be able to help even more people than I ever could as a medic or even a doctor. I knew I was going to be able to help, not just in finances, but in health, their financial health, physical health, all that health, right? I knew I was going to be able to help more people. So that's why my passion, some people ask me all the time, where's all that energy? Where's all that passion come from? How at 61 years old, do you still have all that passion and all that energy? Because I have that kind of love for this industry, because I know what we can do for other people. That's where it comes from. And that's a really feel good thing at night. That's why we all sleep so well at night. And that's why I'm so proud to be a part of the system that Rory and Tandy put together, as Linda is, as Stacy is, and a lot of the leaders you're going to meet here. We get up every morning and sometimes we have private conference calls. I got to pinch myself. Linda, can you believe we get to do this every day? Every day we get to wake up, go to our job, right? This is our job. But like my grandfather told me, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. That rang true. That stuck with me for a lot of years too. I love what I do, so I never feel like I'm working. I can't wait to get to my desk, turn it on, check my email, check Skype, check my text messages and go, who do I get to help today? It's fun to wake up. Never in my life before this industry was I excited to get to work. Let me tell you that. And I'm sure a lot of people know exactly what I mean. Today, I can't wait to get up and go to work. All of us that you're going to meet, all the leadership here, we can't wait to get up and go to work. Did you do this one? All right, fantastic. I got a thumbs up. Without a thumbs up for can't wait to go to work?
He's on his way.
Okay, good.
Just came in from outdoors.
Okay, fantastic. So we actually have a special guest speaker tonight, but our co-founder, our founder, our big brother, our mentor, the creator of the system, is going to be the one introducing him, and he's on his way. So I'm sure he heard that too.
Yes, he's
All right,
coming
so
in harder.
It's a wonderful thing to be a part of. Like I said, if you like helping other people while you build yourself an incredible business, you found your home. But none of us could have accomplished that if it wasn't the vision of this guy that I've known for 3 decades, that I call my brother. Even though he's younger than me, he's one of my mentors. He's got that techie brain that I have a lot of passion for. And thank God he's a good guy, because I didn't even want to get on the computer when we got started. I don't know, I'm not a techie, but he dragged me along kicking and screaming and laughing until I figured it all out. And I remember about 2 years after getting on with him on a computer, I said, Rory, do you realize I'm getting checks out of 18 different countries and I've never visited any of them? This is incredible. It was kind of like when the day the internet hit my brain and I finally figured it out. So without any further delay, oh yeah, we're late. I was actually watching you wait for you to go like this, not paying attention. All right, so without any further delay, guys, I want you to introduce the guy that had this dream and this vision to put that together, this system, to help as many people as he can. He's a CEO, co-founder, owner of so many companies. He still gets on calls with us 4 days a week. 4 days a week, he's still in here in the trenches, helping with the training, helping with support, helping us build this business and take this message to the world. And he's never going to stop adding more avenues of income to that PBS system so that you can hit whatever your goals are. My brother, all of our mentor, Mr. Rickard, where are you? Is your microphone working? There you are.
Right here. I'm going to just, you guys can tell he's fired up. So Niall's a little privy to information that we're going over and we're going to be launching at the event. I'm going to tell you, this is an epic time for everybody here. You have time to build processes out. Success comes from being able to communicate properly, right? Marketing done properly makes sales order taking, and we're just getting better and better at our own skills. This weekend, Tanya and I are here. We're getting stuff set up. We're literally just down the road from where the event's going to be. We're going to be checking in there tomorrow and getting some stuff set up and organized. We have so much planned for everybody coming out, but it's a really massive, epic time. It's been a deadline to get things in order, get things ready to launch. So as excited as Niall is today, wait till you hear him next week. Because whenever we have a big event, new things launch. Also, some point in the very near future, we'll be announcing the next event, which will be the first part of next year. Get ready, and you guys want to book, get committed, and go and get used to that habit. We're going to have 3 events next year. One's in the early, one's in the fall, and there's going to be a leadership award event. Minimum 3. And they're all beautiful locations. Now, that being said, everybody knows, or you should know, that in the process of what we do here, marketing and getting results in marketing, we get perks. And I'm going to explain a lot of that today in some of the time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it up a little bit. We have our guest coming, and he's got just an awesome background. We're going to be covering this. We're already pushing sales in on this, and before he gets here, Stacy let me know. I'm gonna take time and take something that we do at the end, which is I'm gonna read a chapter in my book. This is one of my absolute favorite things to teach on, and so I just can't wait till the end of the call. So I'm gonna read from my book right now. Then we'll come back, and our guest should be on here. We'll pick up from there, and then I've got a lot more things to roll out to you. By the way, don't miss a Tuesday. I got to tell you guys something. We got everything set on the mainstream of what we do with our anchors. We're full steam ahead. We're going to be adding category specific items that are going to help us press our incomes for the traffic we bring in. It's on now, folks. It's never been this on, and we're going to just be pressing it. And there's things that are making that happen. Not to mention the growth of the internet and where everything else is going there too. We have some amazing things. Don't miss a Tuesday. Don't miss the Saturdays. I'll come back to that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let me pull up my screen share. Oh, our guest is here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and read this really quick, and then we have plenty of time with him. So that way, if we go over it a little bit, it'll be okay. All right. Let me, right. So, all right, everyone, I'm going to read the next chapter, which is chapter 24. Absolutely one of my favorite topics to teach on, Coca-Cola marketing. And another term I like to use for this is consensus marketing. Okay. The power of consensus, the power of absolute domination of awareness. Okay. Let me go on it. I already know this is clear to anyone that reads this. Why? Because thanks to the actual truth of what I call Coca-Cola marketing, you already know what Coca-Cola is. What you do not know probably is how and what Coca-Cola marketing is. And believe me, it is simple, almost too simple. They found a way to teach everyone how to do it right. See, Coca-Cola is everywhere. There is virtually no corner of the earth that you cannot find a Coca-Cola ad, billboard, sticker, and most importantly, their products. At the core of Coca-Cola, they are not just a soda manufacturing company. Wait, yes, I said that. They are a massive distribution company. They control the space on the retail stores and within the restaurants all around the globe. They control the points of distribution to the customer. And from here, they purchase brands and products to distribute through these points of distribution. Coca-Cola controls several beverage and food items around the globe. They are something special, though. To me, they are the best mass marketing organization on the planet. They have done things so well for a century now that are known by all. Even the third world countries and their citizens know who and what Coca-Cola is. They know the brand and the product, And even the products next to Coca-Cola benefit from the awareness of their initial brand and product. When I was an understudy of marketing with Squire International, a distributor of Coca-Cola in Utah, I was so awestruck and realized that marketing with them was a science of its own. I already saw the world from the eyes of a marketer. This was at an entire new level. I am and always will be a guy that looks at the numbers and stats of anything. Math and numbers are the tell-all of the results for anything. The issue with proper marketing is that measuring it is a long process. Ascension is a real thing, and it takes time. You need to measure and put out your expectations more than many realize or can understand. It is not a 1 month or even a 1 year scope of success and measurement. Oh no, it is decades. When I was with the Squire executives and asking the questions that only I would, it was incredible. I was aware of the marketing agreements that Coca-Cola was making in many aspects. Pepsi was in the same regard, but for whatever reason, the Coca-Cola distribution where Squire International was licensed was dominating by double digits. They still are. They initially set aside a marketing budget of $0.25 per can produced for distribution for marketing expenses, knowing full and well that their return on that 25 cents per can was about 10 years down the road. This is marketing balls. Wow. The numbers allowed for this? No wonder as I traveled the globe and saw Coca-Cola ads and billboards and entire walkways covered in their colors and slogans were being displayed. They take mass marketing to an entirely new levels. And it is Coca-Cola globally. It is all by design and with complete purpose. They still do it today and every day. They never stop. They are a mass marketing mega machine. And yet they are not just a cola or soda company. They occupy and control the retail spaces of convenience stores, grocery stores, restaurants, and venues all around the globe. They are incredible at what they do. And they are giving and connected to the community. From youth programs to programs for the elderly, they do not publicize it. They just do it, sponsoring the scoreboards and equipment for the youth programs all around the globe. Sure, there are offsets where available, where with their vending machines and ad placements. They also dive into the marketing and sales psychologies that are proven or even being proven. Incredible lessons in the ways to get noticed and into the minds of consumers. They are true pioneers and developers to ascension marketing. They are proof that advertising and a marketing plan is incredible together. From making our happiest of moments connected with their products to having us think about them every time we are thirsty. Wow. They dominate our happiest of holidays. There is not a single person that cannot see Santa Claus without a Coke in his hand. The polar bears, the product placement in movies where Coke is always there. They are incredible innovators and pioneers in the ability to get us to see Coca-Cola so much that we just go for it like a trained monkey. It is powerful and it comes with knowledge and costs. They have truly mastered several aspects of marketing. When I refer to anything as Coca-Cola marketing, it is a literal and utter call to respect. They have done something hard and made it so easy, we honestly cannot recognize it. They have done it in a way that it is easy to embrace and in a way that makes us happy. When you look at what they have done and look around, you will see that they are first in almost anything done in mass marketing. Incredible. And with all that said, you will see that the mass marketing done in the beverage industry is following suit. And as much as you can sink into a cold glass of Coca-Cola or a Diet Coke, measure your happiness to a great glass of Pinot Grigio, namely a Tanya Pinot Grigio. Yeah, it'll be a bit more per glass, but so incredible. With the law of awareness, you will be so much more aware of the Coca-Cola and their products being marketed around you. Subliminally, for your entire life, really, it has always been there. It is reinforced non-stop. Oh, and the Coca-Cola merchandise and toys you have been seeing your entire life, that was also a long-term marketing process and tool of ascension marketing. Coca-Cola is ascension marketing from so many different aspects, and they are connected and intertwined with related products and services. From restaurants and amusement parks, sporting venues, and televised events, they are everywhere they can possibly be. See you in the next chapter. All right, we got that done for the night, and now I think we're ready for our guests. I saw him come in here.
the whole time you're talking and reading that chapter, all I can hear is have a Coke and a smile. Have a Coke and a
It's-
smile. Coke and a
it's-
smile.
Yeah, it's one of it's you guys there. I can talk about Coca-Cola marketing. I'd love to teach it. And we have our own version of it. We call it our memes. That is our Coca-Cola mass marketing and consensus marketing. We want to put our stuff out everywhere. We're going to do a lot more training on this as we continue. But we have a great guest. RC, are you with us? You can unmute. I believe I got the right one.
Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Fabulous.
How's everybody this evening?
Oh, I think we're all good. You know, we have a big event coming up. I'm seeing lots of unboxings. I'm seeing people that are getting the meat and they're getting ready to start cooking it up. We're going to start having some real live testimonies here soon. How are you doing, RC?
I'm tired, buddy. We've been going hard. I spent the last week out in Nebraska at it's called Hatch, which is really cool. It's basically like where creatives and innovators of the world come together to talk about how to build the new world. And it was I've been physically exhausted and mentally exhausted, but I've never been inspirationally exhausted until this week. So we got home and we've spent the last 4 days just rallying, gathering cows. Winter is coming, so we're bringing the cows off the mountain and coming down to lower pastures. So we're just going.
That's freaking awesome. That's awesome. So we're getting articles out, we're getting the marketing out, and all that's in there. I'm trying to think if we have, I don't know if you had some Q&A stuff, Stacy, to go over.
No one got me any questions. There was one. Hold on.
Yeah, they're supposed to go to you. And while you're pulling that up there, RC, I'm going to just go back and forth on some stuff that I have for you.
All right.
We have a lot of facts from our last interview with you, which was freaking mind blowing. It got people's, heads going. A lot of people, I've been getting more feedback than almost anything we've ever marketed, where people are like, Rory, I've been looking for something like this. I've had this really great beef before. I've had people say, hey, we have that available in our area. We want to take this everywhere. We like the idea, like the nutrient dance. I think people are just already bought in. We all know it. I think we all most of us, I should say, really like our beef. So this is an exciting thing to be part of anyway. We went with a simpler approach to get this out there. We got that. What we need is, I'm going to ask for some assets. You and your wife do an amazing job telling the story on camera about what you have.
Thank you.
So, and that's, I don't know, that's actually, it came to my attention. That's what got me in here to reach out to you. If you could give me some of those do some recordings with your wife, like out there with the cows, like showing it off, so we can show the world what it's like, where this beef is coming from, and have you guys put your input about it in like a 3 to 5 minute sizzle that just says, click below to get ordered. Click below to order yours. And then we can put those on our pages along with the writing. That'll do way more than a written anything will do.
Right.
So if you could get some of those and get them over to Stacy, we'll we can load them up on a YouTube channel and we can embed that into the pages. That's going to be awesome.
Okay, we can do that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, easy.
And that's probably like the biggest thing. Because your story, what you guys do, that's what we got to get out there. And you can just say, this is where it is. If you want to get some, click the link below and order up. That's all you got to say on it, on any of it, right? But just what it is, why it's so good, just brief like sizzles, like a 3 to 5 minute sizzle. Your wife came on a thing and the way that she did it was incredible. And if you could just get a couple versions, that's what we need, like right away.
Okay.
And then we're doing the keyword and the content marketing and getting it out there. But those little videos will make a difference. And you guys do it. You guys do it naturally well. And I know you know what I'm talking about already. I can tell you going, yeah, that's easy. That's what we need. Meanwhile, on the meat production, where we're at right now, if we get like 100 orders a month, is that sustainable where you guys are at? Are we able to ramp it up to 500 orders a month, 1,000 orders? Where are we sitting, and what pressure can we do?
I mean, really what we would love to do is we would love to be able to sell 30 cows a month, which is, I mean, you can figure you're going to get 50 10-pound boxes off of one cow.
So that's so
1,500.
so that's 1,500. So that's 1,500 orders a month.
Yeah.
Right. My math's usually right on. Okay, that's perfect. I actually think that's right in par with what we should be expecting. And I think that's awesome. Okay, so guys, open up. We don't have to worry about it. I'm going to tell you based on the numbers I see for what we reach on anything, we can hit these goals. I'm not stressed out. We're going to run out. And then after the 30, you guys can go more. We'll talk about that then. Is that fair?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Same thing we talked about before. You guys, we're going to be building on this long term. RC's got a big job to do what he's doing. I'm trying to think. Stacey, do you have a question?
I can't remember. RC, are we able to ship to Canada?
No, we are not.
Okay.
I mean,
Joel, I saw you looking at me.
Yeah. Initially, when we started out, it just looked like a hassle. Rory, maybe you've got some contacts there. You might be able to finesse it. It just seemed like
I'll tell you what I know.
Way more.
And I feel bad for Canadians and a lot of the stuff we have. Meat, vegetables, impossible to cross the border, basically, right? I mean, we've had a hell of a time with wine. I didn't want to go into it. By the way, RC, Stacey is going to be getting you some information here soon. We have an awesome solution to help on the shipping. Awesome.
Cool.
My guys got back to me. So I'll put that out there. I need a wrap on that. I'm going to be seeing Stacey in Orlando here, like in a day or so. And we'll be wrapping some stuff up. And I think what I want to do is we'll get you some timelines as we're growing. And we'll do some stuff. But I mean, I wouldn't mind you guys, like, I don't know, do you guys ever get time off where you guys could like go somewhere? Is it hard to leave?
Yeah, right now it's really hard to leave just because we're just kind of immersed in cow work. It's really intensive, but midwinter, we should have some windows midwinter.
Like end of January might be okay.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, we'll talk about that. I have things coming up. We'll talk. I'm also going on. I think I'll put this out there. I know like stories sell, and you guys have like you do a storyline. That's why I want those videos. But for everybody else listening, we really need to experience the product and share your personal story with it. Like our personal story. Like everybody here knows what a hamburger. Most everybody here eats meat. We have some that don't. But for those that eat meat, we all know what beef tastes like, right? We know what our favorite steaks taste like. Then you get this delivered to you and you compare the two, you're going to see a mouth-watering difference. Okay, your tongue isn't going to lie. We need to tell that story, share that there. Also, for our barbecue recipe guys, you guys know who you are, Chris Babb. You guys, when you're cooking this up, explain the difference between the recipes you've done before with changing out the meat, right? And for those that are like novice to the whole idea with the meat, we do our wine pairings and meat, like red meats and red wines just go superbly together. And then remember the Chardonnay, I call it the Chardonnay magic with the fattier meats. Unbelievable what that does. But that box of meat, I mean, who opened theirs up? Who would put that on there?
Rick Overstreet.
Yeah, Rick Overstreet did that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous he's got his. Rick, we gotta really tell the story on all of it. But when we do our recipes, you guys, when we do our recipes and we show the videos of using that, make sure and listen to me right now. Product placement. I just got done reading the Coca-Cola marketing thing, which fires me up every time. But product placement and everything. So when we're doing our recipes and we're recording them, and we're recording us in the kitchens and we're using this beef, we need to explain what this is and why it's so much better every time we do it. And then we have the link that cross markets this in our recipes with the wine. So, I don't care if you're doing a beef stroganoff, you're doing a hamburger, you're doing, who do we have that got the hamburger and was like freaking loving it? Who was that? The results are just starting to happen, right? People are getting the beef. I just want to make sure you guys are realizing it as a marketer. Product placement is everything. And, when we're talking about how great the food is, we're talking about our brands of wine, right? And we're always doing that. But now we have a brand of meat that we're always going to be in there, promoting it and giving them a link where to go get it, right? Not all meat's the same. That's what they need to understand. Like, food is just manipulated in this freaking country more so than I wish they would ever do. And we get
Roy,
to get the message out. Yeah, go ahead, RC.
I would like to contribute to what you just said, because you're so right. I just left this conference and I was meeting with some very high level people in nutrition. One of them, her name is Katie Stebbins. And so she's the lead for nutrition studies at Tusk University. And everybody, like, the cat's out of the bag, right? Like, we spend $1.7 trillion annually on food in America. We spend $1.9 trillion annually on healthcare. 8 out of 9 American deaths are metabolic. Metabolic deaths are caused by food. They're caused by your sunscreen. They're caused by the chemicals. Like, we've been lied to. Like, the food is killing people. And that's what's coming next, is there is a massive concerted effort to rethink food. I mean, I just saw an Oscar Mayer ad for Mountain Dew flavored hot dogs. They're pink. And it's like,
I thought it was a joke. I saw that too. It's real, by the way.
It's real. And this is the consumers. So the sheep are going to follow, but sooner or later, you're gonna wake up. But I was in the room with this convention. There's 100 high level people, and everybody's talking about nutrient density. That is what us functions higher as human beings. And so this is the future of food, is nutrient dense foods, and going back towards that. So it matters at a cellular level. And, I'm just glad that we've got something that can, help push our society in a positive direction.
We did a mini marathon last Saturday, and for those of you that were there and those that caught the replay, what was my topic? Right? The foods are killing us. I'm going to tell you, if we just all focus on that, because people they're waking up to it. The amount of people searching, are food bad for me? Is this food bad for me? They're searching the negative. So we need to put the negative ploy out there and then show them there's a solution. And I'm going to, guys, protein, we all need to eat proteins. Meat is good for us, but only if it's right meat. Like, I mean, you got the garbage meat and you got the great stuff. And obviously one's going to cost more than the other up front, but it's going to save you over your life, because we are what we eat. We are what they eat. They are what they eat. That RC was like the best understanding that I needed to write the message out there, because it's how it goes. And so we started creating pages in that direction. The articles are going out. We're going to be chasing the keywords, but you guys, people are more and more aware. Like you said, the cat is out of the bag, or, I mean, it is. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that we've been lied to. The chemicals that they've introduced, it's caused the issues. You look at what we used to look like, and now you look like what we look like. Man, I mean, obesity is crazy high. Like, if we were eating properly dense foods, we wouldn't be fat. If our body wasn't starving because it wasn't getting nutrients, it wouldn't be packing the fat on. Like, this is all stuff that was done for us by big companies that control the food. If we go back to the way that things were before they started creating all these processed foods, everybody would be great. We didn't have all the cancers. We didn't have all these, like you said, the metabolic deaths. That wasn't happening. And we allowed this to happen to ourselves. We were lied to. Big corporations that control the food supply, that's what they've been pushing towards. So we got to speak up and we got to provide solutions. And then and people will start doing that. And it's the only solution, guys. And you know what sucks about being part of the world where it's at now, the world's so bad, is if you don't have a solution, you're just another complainer. Well, we find solutions, right? That's what marketing's about. We solve problems. RC brings a solution to anyone that eats food. So if you don't eat food, this isn't for you. If you eat food, you probably should be paying attention. All right. And we got a wealth of knowledge with him. I appreciate you coming back on today too, because we're going to keep on this front to push it, guys. I got some questions on supply. I talked to you before about this, RC, before we even started this venture. And you guys, this is like the perfect business for us to add, because we can grow with him. We are the retail arm. They're going to do what they do best and raise this cattle right and get this nutrient dense beef, where we're just getting it shipped out. We're going to be working together to make sure that we grow this perfectly well and get the knowledge out there. And most importantly, we all have access to this nutrient dense beef right now. We have access to it right now. Right. And it's going to be a phenomenal growth. Watch what happens. But it's not, here's the thing is, there's not too many places you can just go buy this in a grocery store. There's nutrient dense beef out there or better beef than other options, but not like this. And that gives us an amazing advantage. But again, we got to educate the world. We got to educate the masses.
Rory, I'll jump in on that real quick. What you said. Yes. So last week I was meeting with Bionutrient Food Association and Eric Smith and these guys that are leading the charge when it comes to testing for nutrient density. And I can't stress enough how this is such a new realm of science. They're still trying to figure out what their metrics are. Like is it 1 to 500? Is it 1 to 5,000? Like, they're still figuring it out, but they've got the baselines down well enough. And I asked them about grocery store beef. So if you're going to your grocery store and you're buying grass-fed beef, like a mainstream brand, they told me they've tested all of it. And they said 100% it's feedlot beef. They can tell just by testing it. Anything that says grass-fed beef, that's, if it's small and local, there's a chance. But like anything that's in Walmart, it's a lie. And so everybody is paying more for their product anyways, thinking that they're getting nutrient dense food. They're not.
Oh, I think I talked about this on Saturday. So I've been in slaughterhouses where they do the meat packing and that stuff. And I've seen the difference from like a prime beef taken well. And I've seen where they pump water into it too for packaging. Like it's a marketing scam too. Like they'll put something on there. They're rated differently, but you said something very important. Your tongue does not lie. Our tongue knows what's going on. Our body is going to react to it better. So we got to taste it. This is just like teaching people about wine or about chocolate or coffee. Not everything is equal, right? Where it comes from, what goes into it matters. And, and when you were explaining the whole ecosystem, it just gelled with me on that, RC. So I get it. We just got to get the world to get it and understand it. But taste is going to be everything. And when you look at what they do, like one of the things that gets me really mad is when they induce like the amount of water content in meat you get in the grocery store. It's not the same as when you buy it right from like a butcher. It's so different. And we had a butcher in Utah that we bought all of our meat from. It was local grown. They only dealt with their cows. And the brisket from there versus the brisket from the grocery store, the flavor difference was night and day different. Yeah, it cost more, but it tastes so much better. The steaks, they just tasted better. And if you got the roast didn't look the same as they come to the store, even though they're called the same. It was just better. And so I understand this. And you look at things, I mean, you might pay a cheaper price on the food here and you pay more for the higher quality here, but that cheaper price, you're going to pay for it in your health later. you're paying for it later. Your body needs better stuff to produce better, right? You want to put the best fuel into your body possible. You don't want to go cheap on your fuel, right? If you got a Lamborghini and you want to go put just regular grade gas into it, you wouldn't even think of it because you know that it would just not run right. It would destroy everything of value. Yet we put the crappiest crap in our bodies sometime. It doesn't add up. Think about it. You got to protect your body. We only get one of them, right? I mean, I know this is common sense, but we got to get the message out there. The storyline is going to be doing that, but people want to hear about it and taste that. And I've watched guys spend a lot of money on Wagyu beef at a restaurant. They'll pay 3 times the price because it's Wagyu and it's a certain grade. And I've watched it. We do care. It just got to be. It's about knowledge, right? And I'm going to tell you guys. I can't wait till like I said, people are starting to get their boxes. We're going to start seeing where this goes and do the storyline. Okay, RC. Stacey, do you have anything at all for him? No? Okay. Here's the thing is we don't get a lot of questions about this. Like, what is there? I mean, we all know what beef is. Taste it. If it tastes better, we're going to get it. And I think that's the simplicity of it. RC, do you have anything else you want to add?
I guess it kind of lends into the beef and the nutrient density, but one of my big take homes from this conference I was at was that these lead nutritionists they're directly linking toxic beef to toxic food. And I thought that was really interesting when you tie that back to the fact that nutrient dense foods are directly correlated to higher brain cognition, right? And so you see like people that are eating just a strictly processed diet and their behavior and what they're participating in, it's like it's dumb, right? I mean, for lack of more of an articulate way to explain it, toxic foods lead to toxic behavior, and we all need to do better. So start with the food and everything will improve.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are what we consume. We are what we, whether it's information and knowledge or food. If we're around positivity, we're going to grow positivity. If we're around negative, we're going to grow there. Toxic, we're going to get toxic. We are a byproduct of what we consume. Whether it's knowledge, air we breathe, all these things equate to what we are, right? And it's something like, especially with the culture we have, we want better. We can get better. We're going to source it out. And we're also going to do it in ways where we can help every family fund it so they can have a better life. Part of being wealthy is being able to be in a situation where you can have the best of the best, so you can have the best quality of life. Nothing's going to affect your quality of life more than the foods you eat. You can have the best house in the world, but it's not going to help your health if the foods you eat are toxic. And it's just an education and understanding, but it's so real. And one of the things, like when we're building like wealth and we build stuff, the thing about having money is you can only get so much, at some point you can only get so many things. You can only accumulate so many things. You got great vehicles, a great roof on your house. Most people, when they make more money, they go to eating better food. Right. When you start, you buy better groceries, you look where you buy your groceries from. The more you can buy from the local farmers that are growing it where where they're growing it and what they're putting on it. And if they're pesticide free or they're things like that matter more when you have money to do so. But it should matter more regardless, because your body and your health is everything. Right. Wealth without health is a sad thing. Right. It's better than not having wealth, but it's so important. And the wealth of our health itself is something we all need to, focus on. We do that here, but that message needs to be portrayed out. It needs to be explained. And the best ways is, the stories. Tanya and I were going through, I think I brought this up on Saturday. I brought up one of the trainings. We have a guy that we follow and like a lot of his teachings and his understanding. And he went on a cleanse for like 90 days, just broccoli and chicken. And it was chicken from a local farmer, not the grocery store chicken. And all of his ailments went away in 90 days. Okay. Then we watched another guy. This is before RC, we had you come on here, and he did a carnivore diet. It was all red meat, beef, nothing but beef, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The guy toned right up, looked really lean, looked really good, and his health was amazing. And his cholesterol dropped, his blood pressure dropped, his body was in really good form. And he did that for like 4 months in a row. And he was like, I don't think I could ever get away from this. I love it. It's like all these different recipes you can do with it, just eating meat. And it's because he was eating proper dense meat. And I don't know where he got his stuff from. I'm actually curious, but guys, we're going to have a lot of that come out of this. It's just a good feel good thing to have. So, all right, RC, I can't think of anything else I have for you. We covered this. I think we just go push out the message, push this out there. We'll have you come on for a review. I do want to do a submission contest. I'm going to think about it after we get past this weekend. We'll come on. We're going to get a lot of pages out there. We'll start submitting the stuff out there. Stacy, I think we'll get a sheet together and start submitting our beef reference pages. I want to do a different twist on it. We'll come up with that. But you guys, we should all be creating those. This is going to be one of the mainstream things we launch with all new students in our food category. Our food category is strong. It gets a lot of traffic. But, we got our fine wines. Now we got our meats. And we're going to be really pushing this stuff out there, going forward. And, RC, I don't think it's not going to be anything that's going to be like, boom, it's hitting. You're going to see it gradually grow. But the holidays are coming up. And this should be a holiday focus, right? People eat a lot of meat. They're doing the roasts. They're doing this stuff for family. The holiday barbecues, all that stuff is always going on. But, this is a good time to focus on it. And also it's a gift people can send to family members. I'm gonna just tell you the number one online like retailer for beef. I get their stuff as gifts. It's never been my favorite meat. I think they put a lot of name on it. I'm glad it comes from Nebraska. I'll leave it there. But it's never been my favorite meat. But I'm excited for what we have here. But make sure we're pushing the holiday time. And I think we're here. We're just going over a little bit. RC, thanks for coming on. I think we just got a good pace. We'll just keep on this. Let's sell some beef.
I would add, if anybody's curious just to see what we do, the day in the life, and what our story is like, those of you that are on social media, we've got we're on Instagram, and it's Carter Country Meats, and so you can check us out and just really just kind of keep tuned with like what we're doing, and the livelihood and the story behind it.
Got it noted. We'll get that out. Awesome. Yeah, I've been following in there for a while, guys. I was on it, guys. I think I told you guys that I might have brought this up before, but I've been looking for a meat partner that had the high quality meats. And so I've been looking at all over. I kind of know my way around. And when I got connected with with them, and I saw them come on, and something just turned me on. Like, you need to reach out to this guy now. And I reached out to him. He responded. We started talking. This was months ago now, but what their message was what I was looking for without knowing. So as soon as I heard it, I was like, yes, that's what we need. I think this is a fit, and I know it's a fit. So yeah, we'll follow that. But yeah, so if you can get us some of those little snippet videos talking about what it is, it's like 3 to 5 minutes. It can go longer, but they don't need to be super long. And just make sure everyone would say, just try this, order with the link below. Just say something like that on every one. We'll start rolling those out.
All right. I'll get them over to Stacy.
One thing quick, RC, is the pictures on your website. We basically are grabbing them and using them in our pages. You're cool with that?
Yes, that's outstanding.
Those meat, every time I look at it, I salivate.
I just got on your Instagram too. Do you mind if we share any of those?
No, go for it. You can see what we do.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, we should have your wife come on one of these times so everybody can meet her too. And actually we should, because she got some other products that we should talk about. So find out what's a good time with her. Get on Stacy. Let's get on the schedule. We should bring her on too. It's the family thing.
We'll do it next week.
So I think we're good at that, right, Stacy? What do we have next week?
Angela.
Oh, so it might be 2 weeks.
That's fine too.
Wait, hold on. Stacy, you know the schedule. What is it?
Well, a certain other record hasn't gotten back to me.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's true. Okay, so RC, I'll have Stacy get out with you the schedule.
She was going to be gone. She was going to be gone, so that might actually work. Let's you and I talk this week, and then Rory, and we'll get back to RC and.
Yeah, we'll get that schedule, RC. We'll get that schedule.
There's a big.
Thanks for everything. Okay, guys, I got a couple of housekeeping things, and then we'll close up.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, RC.
Thank you.
All right.
Now we got to order some of that meat up like pretty dang quick. It'll be barbecue and football.
Yeah. Dina's looking for that brisket to be back on the site, but we should get a little bit of everything, actually.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, and you know what, you guys, we got something to be part of with this. It's perfect. All right. Don't miss Tuesdays. I've got Stacy brought us something. You guys, we're gonna have another Rickard talking to us here soon. All right. So some of you have met her before, many of you haven't. Okay, but we got some really awesome e-commerce projects coming on, some really good things for us to market that pay exceptionally well ongoing, and we're gonna have some fun with that in the coming weeks. We have more products coming, and I gotta tell you guys something. I mean, we've got our main anchors figured out. We're launching, we're going great. The more marketing we bring in, the more traffic we all bring in by doing the work that we do, the more we have room to get eyeballs to see other things. We are going to be adding top-notch, top-quality items in those categories. There's a lot of things that we got lined up. We're getting things ready. We're making sure the tracking is working. We're making sure we do all that. We've learned we're not going to launch anything that we don't have proper tracking that's going to make sure we get paid on everything. We're not doing that ever again. We're going to make sure everything's perfectly done through our systems. And so the Stacy doesn't pull her hair out doing manual reports. We're doing everything to where it's going to be solid. Okay. That being said, where the internet and everything is changing, the need for marketing is not going down. It's going up. We get to declare what we get to do a lot more. And we've got some amazing projects coming. Okay, now we've got a lot to shore up here. We're going to continue to do that. Don't miss a Tuesday. Don't miss a Saturday. Do your traffic, and then we just get to add to it. You guys, we get to add, and just gain from it. You guys realize that actually, I got homework for everybody. I'm going to put it in the chat. Everybody ready for the homework? If you haven't seen this, you need to watch it. It's a great recap for anybody. Okay, we're going to cover it. Oh, hold on. Do I give it to him now or do I wait till next week?
Wait.
Yeah, I think I'll wait till next week. So next Tuesday, you guys, I'm launching something massive this week, and I'm so excited. I'm going to get myself in trouble. Next Tuesday, and for instructors, next Monday, massive things are going to get caught up. We just improved everybody's success rate and the runway to success, the delays. You guys, we've got so much to give everybody, and it happens this weekend. Next Tuesday, we have something coming on next Tuesday, right?
Yes, shoulder it.
You guys, so we're gonna.
And don't be late. Don't be late. We're starting her right at the top of the hour. Niall is not going to be doing any intro. We're going to get Angela on and out of here.
Yeah, Angela's going to come on and get out, and then we got stuff to bring you guys up to speed from the event. So next Tuesday, pass the word, don't come late, right? I know we have a lot of people that wait for the first intro because we cover it for new students. Next Tuesday is an exception. Be 5 minutes early. We're going to start right at the top of the hour. We've got one of our number one things that we market, and we got huge updates right in time for the holidays on Tuesday. And then we're going to go to the updates that we're launching this weekend. All right. I think that leaves it there. I'm afraid I'm going to. Oh, let me go here. We've got so much happening, right? We are launching. By the way, if you haven't logged into your wine account in DTC Ambassador, go look at the custom case orders. What's there? The inventory just arrived. Everything's available in there except for the new wine that releases this weekend. After this weekend, starting Monday, that wine will be available for order in the custom cases, and it'll be shipping out in the orders. This is a new wine. No one knows if it's red or white yet, except for like 5 of us. There's 5 bodies in this entire thing. Peter, Tanya, myself, Brielle, and no one asked her, or she's been told to say no. And I'm trying to think who else knows.
Adele?
Oh, our graphics guy does. Adele may know because she's tasted it. Okay, so she might know. But it comes out this weekend, and we're going to be celebrating this amazing dinner we're having. You guys, this is going to be a fun event, and I can't wait. I mean, the award ceremonies we're going to have. There's a lot of awards. Tanya and I got gifts for those that have I think she's doing accessories. Are you there, babe? Can you come on for a sec? Do you want to say it for a sec? I care about guys like the best shirt. I'm looking for the craziest, awesomest shirts. We got some cool prizes, but most importantly, we're gonna have a lot of fun. But you guys, the food and the wine pairing, just remember it's gonna be worth everybody's time. Just for that, it's gonna be so worth it. It's gonna be such a taste explosion. And we're launching a wine that we've been waiting to get ready for a long time. It's done. It's in the bottle. It looks incredible. Okay. And the person that earned it has just been a very, awesome work. They've done amazing.
Well, it was time, so you're saying a little too much there. Yeah, it's coming really soon. We're super excited about it.
Great job, Tanya.
So what are you doing it on accessories, babe? I'll be quiet.
Yeah, just handbags, shoes, jewelry, just something fun. And I do have an award for you. I have like a little goodie thing for you. So that's what I'm doing it on.
So we'll see you guys. I can't wait. Everybody's coming in. We got I'm going to tell you. So remember, marketing gets perks. Everybody as you're building, and we're doing unboxings and everything else there. So on the meet, and this is instructors pay attention. And Tanya, I'm going to throw this out there as an audible. When you guys get your meet and you do an unboxing, that counts as an unboxing. Every month, you can get one unboxing from one of our projects. Every month.
Also, for those who are in Canada, if you're going to unbox the Velveeta, that counts for your wine points as well.
Yeah, these are announcements we're going to be getting out in stride because we want to get participation points. If you guys get the participation points every month, it pretty much pays your ticket to get to the event. Now, if you produce and you're doing the work with us, and you're participating in the V marketing and you're doing steady growth, you can earn your way to everything. Okay. There's going to be an event coming up next year. Okay. A leadership event. You can earn your whole way there just by being consistent and growing. We're giving you guys the pathway to have a lot of fun as marketers. Tanya, can you even count how many trips we've gone on since we've been together that have been all paid for? Can you even count them?
No, at least 2 a year, sometimes 3. No, a lot.
We've gone to so many, and we love it, right? But it becomes if it's a pattern of how you build, you're going to receive it. And that's what we wanted to give everybody here in RRR247. And we got a lot of people that are getting a lot of cash for coming to the event, right? You go to the event, you're going to get reimbursed, and for some, it's paying for everything: airfare, hotel, everything. And that's what we want to do for more and more people every year. We like to get together, but nothing's better than when it's paid for. And there's opportunities for you to double, triple dip even, because we give stuff in RRR. We do stuff that covers everything with everything we do under the DTC umbrella, and we add stuff to it. But on the unboxings for those points, how many points do you get for unboxings a month, babe? And yeah, is it 25?
I think it's 10, I think.
10?
Is it?
We're making some modifications on it. But we want you to, like, some people get their wine every 3 months, every 2 months. That's great. Unbox your wine. But the other months where you don't have the wine coming in, unbox your Bella Vita, unbox your meat, unbox the Miel. Any product we have, you can do an unboxing to get the points for the month. Every time we share something we get and we're excited, people see that excitement. Retail therapy is real. People get happy buying stuff. And you guys, the Bella Vita boxes, the packaging right now is so above the freaking rest of the world. It is incredible. Now we have a set of all the boxes. We're going to start doing some photo shoots with it. But you guys, that ambassador box, when you get that and open it up, it's flat out impressive. We need to show that to the world and get that out there. And those are going to be some powerful unboxings, and get our new students to do that. They're going to start getting points, which earns them up towards getting that reimbursement and that cash.
Do you want me to
Because we're
bring those
putting our money to
boxes
work.
to Orlando?
Well, that
You want me to bring those boxes to Orlando?
that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, also, I need to talk to you right after this. But yeah, you guys, we'll have those there on display. You guys can see them and touch them. Like, they are impressive, right? I mean, Bella Vita pretty much is the Louis Vuitton of the industry. And I think I'm going to do I'm not sure I'm going to do the event, but I am going to do a recording of me drinking an entire bottle of that brain spray. I want to see what that does to me. Like, the whole bottle. It's a month supply.
I don't want to be there.
Sounds like a great TikTok video for me to do.
Yeah.
So I'll do it at the event, Stacy. We'll do it like at one of the breaks.
Well, at least we're going to get a break. All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys, this is going to be a jam-packed thing, but yeah, we're not going to kill everybody off. Tanya's scheduling this. Keep that in mind. It wasn't the Rory schedule where we just go all the way through when I wear you out. No, she's giving you a little bit of breather breaks. But jam-packed, guys. It's a pretty impressive dialogue, and I got to roll out some stuff. It's so nice to be so prepared, but man, it's going to be a fun weekend. All right, we'll see you guys there. We have our open house for Brain Food Academy tomorrow. Don't forget about that. Thursday will not be a training because all of our trainers are en route here. And then Saturday, guys, it's the live event. So we won't be doing trainings on Saturday. We'll be right back on it next Monday, though. And, stay tuned. Watch our YouTube, our channel, and look for some updates. I'll be putting out some little snippet videos from the event. And right after we do the awards, or the awards are going to be recorded, we'll be sharing those as much as possible. But you guys, I cannot wait for this wine winner. I cannot wait for this wine. Love you all. I'm going to hang up before I get hung up on. God bless everyone. See you guys see you guys